Hello, everybody. Welcome to Shazias. This is one of the Shazias.
Hi,
Oh,
Shazia.
you're here too, huh?
I'm here too.
Okay, well, nice of you to join me. So we're gonna do this together, audience. We always do. I was just messing around with her. We always do this together. But you know what, Shazia? Over the weekend, I was on TikTok, if you can believe it.
Oh, I believe it.
And every other reel, I don't know, maybe it's the algorithm, but every other reel was some wedding, some event, how to do this, how to do that. And I'm like, what was I thinking about that my algorithm picked up all this wedding nonsense, you
Well,
know?
it's wedding season, yaar. What do you expect?
Yeah, I forgot it was June. Yeah, it is wedding
It is
season.
wedding season.
Yeah. So I thought about it. It's all nice to look at, but there's so much on social media now.
Yaar, social media has taken over wedding season. Do you
Yeah.
remember our wedding seasons?
No, I don't at all.
Do you
I don't
remember?
want to.
Do you remember getting just a random auntie coming to your house and she's like, "मेरे बेटे की शादी है, तुसी सारे आओ."
That's it.
That's it.
That's
That
it.
was it,
Only
right?
which we did not know if our mother was going to take us or not. If it
That's
was Mr. and
correct.
Mrs. Remember, Desi weddings are always Mr. and
Yes.
Mrs. Right? They don't care that we have children or 6 children, but they only want Mr. and Mrs.
But that's where the controversies used to start because if they had wrote Mr. and Mrs. and then I remember some people would get offended like, मैं अपने बच्चे कितने छोड़ के आऊँ फिर?
Yeah, my mother. My mother. But you know what? At the end of the day, she would leave us home. She didn't take
Okay.
us. She didn't take us. We didn't go
Okay.
to any weddings. I didn't start going to weddings until I was a little bit older, maybe in my teens.
Uh-huh.
And we started kind of noticing weddings. But even then, we're just like, we're going to Desi weddings are you go to the wedding, you look at the bride and groom, you eat, and you come home. That's Desi weddings.
That is but Desi weddings are not just one day.
No, they're not. They're an extension of like maybe a week. Extend fun. I think I've been to some really fun weddings. I went to a lot of good Indian weddings.
Oh, you did?
Oh yeah,
They're different.
They're different. They dance. They're jolly. They're happy. And I mean, I
There's
know.
no snarkiness in that, right? It's snarkiness, and I mean, in our weddings, you walk in, right? You've spent all this money and all this time getting ready and everything, and you always have that one. I hate to say it again, auntie.
Yes.
Who will say, "Hey, tu kitho le aasi? Hey, teri sajda nahi." And you're
Yeah,
like,
or
"Oh."
I have a rishta for you, or my son is looking to get
Yes.
married, and it's like, no, thank you, auntie. I'm just looking for the food.
That's true.
That's it, and I walk away. But no, I think it's there too. But theirs are just much more fun because there's a lot of dancing at Indian
That's
weddings.
true,
I've noticed
yes.
that. But now I've noticed in Pakistani weddings there's a lot of dancing too. But Indian weddings, I think, are just more livelier.
Yeah, they're more alive.
More alive, and the ceremony is beautiful too. If you think about it, I think it's just different than our
I
ceremony.
mean, I think our ceremony is good too.
Oh,
Right now, the way they're doing the nikahs with the,
Oh, it's
the
beautiful.
flower veil and everything.
And
I
then
think
with
it's
the
cute.
oh no, I'm not saying that at all. I think they're beautiful in their own different ways. Culturally, I think every culture holds a beautiful sentimental moment in the wedding ceremony. I love that.
True.
I love that. So, but getting back to weddings, so I'm thinking, what is it about social media that has altered this? This is like mind altering chemistry for me. Seriously.
Like, what do you mean?
Like, I don't think I would ever put out my personal details on social media, not my wedding.
But nowadays, Shazia, everybody wants to do a social media, especially on Instagram.
Oh, I know that. Girls will pick their venue, their platform, their DJ, their food, and they'll make sure that it's going to look good on Instagram. What is the word that I'm looking for? There's a word that my daughter always uses: aesthetic.
Aesthetic. Yes, it is all about the aesthetic.
Yeah, now it's about the aesthetic, and
it's not about the bride or groom anymore.
No.
It's not about the rishtadar.
No.
It's not about the food. Do you know, back in the day, it was actually all about the food?
Yes.
I remember at my wedding, so there was more than 300 people there, right?
Yeah.
So I remember my mom was running around and telling my mom ke itne log ho gaye, 300 people ho gaye, je zyada aa gaye main zyada dekh bakwa lunga. And I was like, oh my God.
Yeah.
Nobody asked me, hey, Shazi, what do you want for the dinner on your wedding? Nobody asked me. Girls nowadays plan everything to the T.
There's wedding planners. There's people who are doing things for them, and I'm sure there's still bridezillas too. They still exist.
Oh,
yes.
yeah.
In my day, I didn't have time to be mad or angry or happy or anything. They just told me I was getting married.
So in our time, I'm talking yours and my time, there was no bridezilla, but there definitely was mother-in-law zillas.
Oh my God,
mother-in-law's drama was different.
Mother-in-law and mothers. Okay,
mine. Okay, I'm biased against my mom.
Yeah.
I guess my mom had her own set of drama going on, and there was a lot.
Yeah.
But my mother-in-law's and my sister-in-law's drama, that was a whole different
Oh,
level.
I know. It still exists to this day, but I think the girls today are a little bit more smarter because here's the thing: it's husband and wife, bride and groom. They're picking things out to their liking. Even the rishtadar, even the mother-in-law, even the children coming to the wedding. Oh, that's the other thing. Children who come to weddings and their parents aren't controlling,
Oh
and
my
they're running
God.
around ruining this poor bride's entry or
That's
her,
right. They're jumping on the stage.
stage. Yes.
Why don't people understand कि यार अपने बच्चे control करो, किसी
Control करो,
लेके
but then I
आए.
understand the Mr. and Mrs. part. I do
I
understand the
do
Mr. and
understand that now.
Mrs. part because
Yeah.
these women are not controlling their children. And I'm sorry, moms. I know sometimes it's not easy to leave your children somewhere to go to an event, but at least control your children. Don't ruin that poor girl's entry into the hall.
Hello, babysitters.
Yeah, babysitters are there.
You know, maybe one person doesn't
Yeah.
need to go to the wedding.
Yeah.
You know, तुसी चले जाओ अपने मियाँ दे कोल बच्चे छाड़ दो.
I remember
You
years
know?
ago, I went to a wedding. The bride actually had a daycare center where the parents would drop their
That
children
was a
off.
smart kid.
That
was a
was
smart girl.
and this is like back in the day, and I couldn't believe that she did this. That was the coolest thing I'd ever seen. And the people they came in, if they had children, they checked their children into the daycare, and then they came to the venue.
Wow.
Isn't that crazy?
That's actually pretty crazy. So when we're talking about weddings, what do you like? Do you like lavish weddings?
No, I'm more like the intimate, sentimental.
So that's your own personal choice. But do you like going to lavish weddings?
No.
I feel it's a big drama.
It's a big drama. It's a big put on. Yeah, everybody's trying to show each other off, especially on social media now. Look at my wedding, it's bigger than yours. Look at my wedding, it's bigger than yours.
My cake was bigger than yours.
And they're trying to top each other, which is fine. And again,
if you have the money, why
if
not?
you have the money,
Flaunt
audience,
it.
that's fine. To each their own. Okay, I know every parent. I know in the South Asian culture, parents start planning weddings as soon as their daughters or sons are born. Okay,
True. Yes.
Especially
the daughters.
Especially the daughters. Yeah, because they want to get them married off and off to their husband's house. That's
okay. So if we're talking about that, I have at the end I'm going to give you a joke. So I'm going to give you one part of the joke right now. Okay? And then you're going to have to think about it.
Okay, go ahead.
What do you call a cousin in Urdu and Punjabi?
Oh my God.
So just keep thinking about that, and you guys think about that too. If you can come up with an answer, put it in the comments.
Yeah.
I'm going to leave that one to Shazia to think about while we continue our talk.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you at the end.
Yeah.
So why do you think people like to do lavish weddings?
I think
what's the thing about that?
In our South Asian culture, it's just to show, look what I've accomplished.
The bigger the better?
The bigger the better.
Oh, come
and
on.
Then there was a wedding recently. I saw it on social media, actually. It was at MGM, National Harbor. It was some Pakistani family. Very lavish wedding. I mean, very lavish wedding. They had the whole, I think, hotel or something. Like, I couldn't imagine going to something like that. I couldn't imagine wasting that kind of money, But I would rather invest in my children's future. Yeah. Start their future off right.
Maybe those parents have that kind of money to flaunt them.
I guess they do. Again, I'm not knocking anybody who want to do whatever they feel is necessary to maybe start their children's life off.
So I put something on TikTok the other day. I don't know if you got the chance to see it, but I had said this thing that parents are getting ready to do wedding season, right?
Yeah.
And I had said that parents are coming under a lot of pressure of getting loans. Now, do you remember in COVID, all of a sudden, all this was put down, right?
It was put aside.
But there were still weddings going on.
Weddings were going on, yes, but they were tuned down. Everything was tuned down in COVID, and everybody followed the rules. So why can't we just stay that? Listen, in our Islamic culture, nikah and I think the walima are the two main things that are necessary.
So where does all this Qawwali night come from?
Oh, I don't know. The Qawwali nights, I love them.
It's free entertainment for the public.
Yeah, it is. But again, it's an added thing. Then there's mehndi, then there's dholki, then there's another mehndi, then there's another dholki, manyo, and then there's like the bridal party.
They're doing the bridal showers too now.
Yeah, so and I mean that's a lot of events. And to me, I think I'm not saying that everybody's getting invited to every event, but if you're going, look how many outfits you have to buy to, offset everybody else who's going to be there.
So it's not just about the bride and groom's outfit anymore. It's more like your outfit. So somebody had said this to me the other day, and pretty smart girl that she is. She said, obviously, she says, where else are you going to get to wear your lehenga? You're not going to wear it to a grocery store, are you? You're going to wear it to somebody else's wedding.
Of course. I mean, I would, do that. I don't mind.
I wore my wedding lehenga about 4 to 5 times to different
Yeah.
weddings.
Yeah, I did too.
Because it was a tradition back in the day.
Yeah.
It was tradition. Apni shadi da lehenga, you would wear it to other people's.
Yeah.
Can you imagine turning up at a Gora wedding now
Yeah.
and being the most decked out person?
Yeah.
And that
No.
poor girl would be showed down.
But you know what? That's something I've never done. Don't ever try to outshine the bride. That's her day.
But
dude.
isn't that what it's all about, though?
Yeah, but you know, some of the girls, some of the women, some of the aunties will wear the color that the bride is wearing. Dude, it's her day. Leave her alone. Leave her alone for one day. Leave her alone.
She's done a lot of effort to get to where she is.
And the thing is, you know what? I like some of these younger generation brides. They're actually choosing a color scheme.
For like matching,
you know, for the bridal party, only the parents, the immediate family. I think that's a good idea, because then, you know, that one auntie who feels that she needs to wear her bridal lehenga to this girl's wedding, she can keep it at home.
So I believe wear your bridal lehenga, okay, even if it's 40, 50 years old, okay, wear it, but wear it to maybe the Mehndi party or the Mayo party. Don't wear it to the actual wedding party. I think that's kind of tacky.
And nobody should outshine the bride that day. It's her day. She's waited for this all her life.
But Shazia, don't you think that people, when they go to when you've seen it at weddings, right? They're so busy taking their own selfies and their own pictures, and you've spent so much money on this lavish wedding and this hall. Like for example, like you just said, the MGM, right?
Yeah.
MGM's beautiful inside. So like me and you are going there, and we're spending all the time taking our pictures. Did you even stop to take a picture of the wedding of the groom, the bride and the groom?
I generally don't. I don't even go near the bride and groom. I like to look at them from a distance. If it's an immediate family member, yes, I will go take a picture.
So you're not one of those aunties that will be like, Menuvi stage.
Hey, auntie, tu kinu keh rahi hai?
You know you're the auntie. I'm the Baji Zuleika, you're the auntie. Okay. So I know auntie is going to want to get on the stage, no?
I don't.
I don't
ever like going over there. It's not.
I feel I've got dressed up. I want to go on the stage. No. I want you to take a picture of me in your album.
Here's the thing about the selfie culture. We've gone too much that everybody does like to take their own picture. Yeah, we might take a picture of the bride and groom if it's my family. That's why I can count on my hand how many weddings I go to, Shazia. I don't go to a lot of weddings.
So I don't go to a lot because I have a lot of anxiety like
that. Me too.
Now. And you know why I do? Because I remember one time, this is a couple of years ago, I went and I got fully dressed up. I spent the whole day getting ready, got my suit ready, and no, I did not wear my shadi da lehenga. I actually went out and bought some nice clothes. Do you know Desi people have a problem with giving each other compliments?
Oh, no.
Not one freaking person said, hey, Shazi, that looks nice. I came home, I changed, and I was like, I'm not doing that again.
Dude, you walk in the door, they will judge you from the second that you walk in, bottom. They don't care. And especially, and I don't know who's worse. Is it the aunties or the uncles? Is it the children or, you know, the relatives?
It's the aunties. I'm sorry.
It's the aunties. I know it's the aunties. Yeah, it's the auntie culture.
We're in that category. I'm not saying I'm a great person.
Yeah.
But if I see something, I'm going to tell somebody.
I'm going to tell somebody. Yeah, I'm going to tell somebody.
So and I'll especially, even if ghair bhi hoge na, I'm going to especially go over and tell her, like, Bache, you look very nice.
I've made it a mission in my life to always say something nice to someone. Be kind.
Yes.
There's nothing wrong with being kind.
It doesn't cost anything. I put
and the thing is, Auntie, I don't want your suit. I don't want that look. I got my own look. Okay, so be happy in your own, you know, skin. But aunties, they will not give you a compliment for your life's work. They won't give you a compliment.
They have a hard time because compliment deta hai kidre sadi besti na ho jaye.
Besti na ho jaye, yada dimag na kharab ho jaye. Mera dimag ke to kharab hona. I already look good.
I don't know. I never wasted my time like that again.
Yeah.
If I'm going to a wedding, I'm going to spend an hour, 2 hours max getting ready.
Yeah.
I'm not going to spend tons of money buying new suits.
Yeah.
How many times do you rotate the same suit for weddings?
You know what?
Actually, be honest.
I'm being honest. There was one suit and I loved it. I wore it to 4 different weddings.
What?
I changed my hairstyle, I changed my shoes, but I wore that suit 4 times.
Was it that beautiful yellow one that you wore one time?
No, this was actually burgundy and gold. I love this suit, and you can see in all 4 pictures, I did my hair differently, did my makeup differently, but I love this suit and I still have it.
Nice.
Because it is so beautifully done.
And nobody said कि तुसी
कोई नहीं देखता यार, कोई नहीं देखता पिया, कोई उसी inventory नहीं ले रहा मेरे कपड़ियां दी.
मेरी लाई सी किसी ने. Believe it or not, there was my brother's wedding years ago, and I'm frugal like that.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna waste money on the suit. That suit was expensive.
Yeah.
Right. I wore it on his wedding. A couple of years later, I wore it to somebody else's wedding, and the girl actually emailed me. Not emailed me. She texted me. She's like, "Baji, तुसी अपने भरा दी शादी ते नहीं पाया से?" And I'm like, "And
Okay, so what kind of time does she have?
Do you
What is
know
she
I-
doing? Yeah, stalking you?
She got nothing better to do in
She's
her life.
stalking you?
I swear it was like a shock for me to get a text message from
Yeah.
her to say like,
नहीं, so if I wore something, what on manu when you कर देना कि you were in the same suit I saw you
but
here.
it's a shock horror. She's wearing the same kapde. Isn't that what aunties do?
Auntie, I like my suit. That's why I like wearing it again.
Good for you. Good for you.
I don't care about stuff like that. I don't care. I wear what I like.
Good.
I wear what I like. And you know what? I will walk into a room and I will own that room. I'm sorry, audience, if I sound vain, but I will own that room in whatever I wear.
You do.
I don't care.
With your height,
Yeah.
you walk in and everybody's like, oh, here comes Shazia.
Thank
I'm
you.
more of like, let me just hide behind somebody.
Oh no, don't do that. If you're on fleek, don't do that. You look good, just go in there, own it.
Here's another one then. From choreographed dancing. What do you think of that?
I hate it.
Really?
I hate it.
Wasn't back in the day more fun?
Fun, yeah. Just
You
do what
get
you
up,
get up
somebody
and
would just say,
dance.
"Chal, tu, chal, tu."
And then the thing is, these girls spend so much time choreographing, and you have to do this. You will never catch me in a choreographed dance number. Never,
Really?
never. I will go up there and I'll dance on my own.
Free balling is more
free
fun.
balling, yeah, free. That's it. I don't
Did you
like
dance at weddings?
I did, but the thing is, we dance like Bhangra groups, men, women,
yeah.
everybody's dancing. There was no choreographed dancing.
No, there was none in ours either.
Yeah, this choreographed dancing, I don't know when this trend picked up, but I don't like it, and a lot of young girls do it. There's a bride dance, there's a groom dance, there's a a bridesmaid
they
dance.
picked it up from other cultures. I think our culture is lost in there somehow.
I think so. You know what? I remember, I like small details. I like small details. You know, if there was a nikah and if this beautiful girl walks in a white salwar kameez and with red gajras, I would think she's the most amazing bride ever. Okay, gorgeous. Ever. All right. Yeah. And you know what? So there's so many different a lot of things are cultural that we take from each other in the South Asian culture, and we have a beautiful culture. Oh, we do. You know what? I love all. I love like the Sikh ceremony, the Indian ceremony, the Pakistani ceremony. You know what? You name it. Even Malaysian. They're beautiful. I think everything holds such a beautiful part to it that sometimes, you know what? I'll be looking, and if I see like a ruksati TikTok, I start crying. I'm like, why are you crying?
You crying? I don't believe that. No, that's more of a me thing. That's not a you thing.
Then I look for the tissues. I'm like, why am I crying? Because this girl's going away.
So I've been to a few weddings where I really didn't know them that well, but we just were invited, and I get teary at the ruksati.
Yeah, I don't know. There's something about it. I don't know, and that's the weakest. And I'm not saying weakest point. For a daughter, it is the weakest point for a daughter. Okay,
even though she may be going right home. Yeah, like when my younger one was married, it was hilarious because she was getting the ruksati was happening, right? But my husband was like, "I need to get out of here. I'm done. We've done everything. Ruksati ho jayegi." And I'm like, "How can ruksati happen by itself? So, we have to do this." Yeah. So literally, her and her husband was like, "Okay, we're out. Bye," and they walked out, and we're all standing there like. Okay, so let's clean up and go. And that was it. Ruksati done. So I never got any teary eyes. Okay. So when my older daughter was married, we did do a little bit more of a traditional ruksati, and it was nice.
I remember the pictures. Yeah. I remember the pictures.
But I wasn't teary. This is the strange thing. I wasn't teary-eyed at my own kids.
I get teary-eyed at strangers.
Me too. You know why? Because these two girls were heading right back to my house.
Yeah.
If
they're going away. If they're going away. If they're going away.
I think I cried at my son's wedding. Yeah. Because he was going off to another state.
Okay. Are you that mother who favors her male child over her female children?
I'm sorry. That's a whole new other episode.
Yeah. So what was it like planning their weddings? You planned them. What was it like?
So 4 weddings, 4 plannings, hectic.
Really?
I'll be honest. Hectic.
Okay.
They weren't lavish at all. Okay. I'll be honest. I'm not a
lavish
I remember
person.
Yours.
I remember yours.
Very frugal like that.
I liked yours. I think they were really
nice. The younger ones' wedding was very, very intimate. It was 2 of my closest friends. I think you were not here at the time. Yeah. So it was just a bunch of people in the house, her in-laws, us, and that's it. Yeah. We took them out to dinner in the evening and done. And he did Valima the next day, and believe it or not, he did a pizza party. Valima. But that was
weddings should be fun. They shouldn't be stressful. So they shouldn't be chaotic. They should be fun. You know what I've told my children? I said, if you ever want my opinion about planning your wedding, I said, go get your marriage certificate, go to court and get married. Then go get your nikah. We'll be there, the immediate family. And then we'll go out to a nice restaurant and have dinner.
Do you know what's the tradition nowadays I'm noticing is the nikah at the Turkish mosque.
Yes. Oh, but that mosque is beautiful. That mosque is beautiful.
It's gorgeous.
It's gorgeous.
I mean, just to get, if you were going to do a do-over, would you do it?
Yeah, I would.
I would
But
I
I
would do
think
it at the Turkish
a
mosque.
Turkish mosque, but I'm more of like a in a court kind of a girl. If I were,
Really?
I
Would
was
you do
just
it with
gonna.
the same guy too?
No, no, no. So see, that's where you and I might differ on marriage. I don't think marriage is the end all. I don't think it is. That's me, audience. That's my personal choice. I don't think it's the end all to everything. A lot of people think get married if you've been divorced, you can get married again. I don't believe that formula.
Okay.
I think it's each person's own prerogative to choose
It's
what
their own
they.
journey.
It's their own journey.
Yeah.
It's their own growth. So if you were in a marriage, if you were not in a good marriage, if you are, looking to get married again, what is it that you're learning? What have you learned from your previous marriage that you want to get into another marriage? So those are all
What
kind
would
of
you
things.
carry on?
Yeah,
Yes.
and that's an individual choice, and I respect anybody's decision to do whatever they choose to do.
Okay.
I'm just a little bit different. My growth has been a little bit different. I love weddings. I like going to weddings. That's about it.
Okay,
That's
so
about it.
different then. Okay, so same but different. But I think marriage is everything for me.
Okay.
Yes,
I respect that.
Yes,
I respect
for
that.
me, when I was getting married, my father sat me down and he said, "Your mom insisted because साडी arranged marriage थी ना."
Yeah.
Your mom insisted कि तेरी शादी इत्थे करनी है. Even though my dad was not agreed with it, but he went along with it. And he says, if your husband beats you, or if he's abusive, or he starves you, come home.
Yeah.
If he doesn't take you to the movies or he doesn't take you to dinner, don't come home.
Yeah.
Don't come home crying to me like that. Because you have to prove to me that your mother did a good choice for you. And I've been, like I told you before, 37 years, I'm still trying to prove that. Even though my father's no more, I'm still trying to prove
But
that.
the thing is, I think you're trying to do it more for yourself, and I'm very proud of you. You're one of my couple of friends that I can count on my hand who have actually worked on their marriage every single day.
I do.
And I'm proud of that for you, because you know what? It takes a lot. Relationships are very hard. Marriage is very hard.
Marriage in itself is difficult.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
The
But the thing is,
so
but
hard.
for whoever you're doing it, I think you're doing it more for yourself.
I am.
And which I feel is good for you and your well-being, because it should be for you. Don't worry about log kya kahenge. Don't worry about that nonsense.
I would think, Shazi, the first couple of years it was about log kya kahenge. It was more like log and my father.
Yeah.
So who are the log? The log was probably my father.
Yeah.
And my father's side. And my mother's side too. Because everyone was on one side and my mom was on one side. Meri shaadi the karni.
Yeah.
So yes, log kya kahenge, I hate that word.
I'm so done with that term, because it comes up in weddings, it comes up in funerals, it comes up in gatherings, it comes up in divorce. Yeah. Everywhere it comes up. Log kya kahenge. I'm going to round up these logs up one day.
Let me tell you, even when you have a kid, the first thing they say is, "Eh, bacha kitna gora ba? Eh, tere se ta nahi gaya." And I'm like, what? That is the log.
Yeah.
Like, my kid's skin is fair color, or my daughter's skin is dark color.
And see,
why does that matter?
But see, that's why I'm not a component for lavish weddings, because people come, they talk smack about you, they eat, and they walk out.
And the worst thing is, so back in the 80s, right, my cousin got married, my mom arranged her wedding, and she invited the whole street. This is in Scotland, okay? She invited the whole street. She gave invitations to everybody. Do you know we got 42 boxed gifts? So my cousin got married, she went off with her husband, but we were left with all these gifts, and we're like, wow, we get to open these. Do you know how many of them were water sets? Ask me, what the heck is a water set?
Tell me, please.
4 glasses and a jug. So there was 42 gifts. 41, I swear to God.
Really?
41
so
were
what did
water
you do?
sets.
What did you do? Re-gift?
You know what my mom did? She re-gifted each
yes,
and every one.
Auntie,
She kept one, because one was really nice. It was a crystal one, but the rest of them, all these cheap.
You go, Auntie.
10-pound water sets. I must have been about 12.
That must have altered your mind chemistry totally. What the heck?
Because I thought that's what you get at a wedding then. You get water sets.
Yeah.
It was shocking.
I remember the gifts that we got. They were just, there was money, but there was a lot of gifts that were just like unnecessary. And I'm not sounding ungrateful. I didn't have a good experience as far as a wedding, so I'm not going to be a Debbie Downer here.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it was not a good experience, But anyways, let's not get all sentimental. We're going to try something different today. I was thinking about this. You know what? Let's do a lightning round.
Okay, let's go for it.
I think that should be fun. All right. So
but before you start, do you have an answer for me for my
I'm still thinking.
in Urdu?
I'm still thinking.
Okay, keep going.
I'm still thinking. Okay. So lightning round. Let's keep it short and simple. We're gonna go, and this is from your and my personal experience. Okay. Audience, we're gonna kind of put some information out there. Be respectful. Be kind to us. Okay. We differ. We're the same, but we do differ in some things. Okay. So what do you think marriage should be? Love or just marriage?
Love. It should be love.
Okay.
It should be love.
I believe in love too. Yeah. I believe in love too. I don't know that it exists, but I believe in love too.
But practically, it's married. It's more of a compromise.
Okay. All right.
Okay. Which year were you married?
1990.
I was 89.
Okay.
Okay. Your turn.
Lavish or intimate gathering?
So mine was lavish, 300 plus.
Yeah.
But if I could do over, it would definitely just be me and him.
Yeah. Mine was lavish. According to my mom's planning, it was about 200 plus people. I don't remember any one of those to this day. I don't know who they were.
Wow. Which country did you get married in?
U.S.
Okay, I got married in Pakistan. So my husband traveled from the U.S. We traveled from the U.K. with 7 suitcases.
Wow.
Just for in-law gifts.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't remember any of that. I just, my wedding was a blur.
My wedding was a complete blur.
Yeah. Yeah.
How old were you when you got married?
I was 20.
I was 17.
Yeah.
Can you imagine a 17-year-old now getting married?
I couldn't.
They wouldn't even be able to get married in
I don't think children should get married until they're well into their 20s.
I think 21's a good age.
Yeah.
21 to 24.
21 to 24, I think that's a good age, but I think a lot of young women today, they're getting more education. They're learning more. They're making themselves a little bit more substantial for their partner, which I appreciate.
So did you have anything to do with the preparations coming up to your wedding?
Nothing. I had
what
no
about
say.
Your wedding suit?
I picked out my wedding suit. That was about it, but I had nothing else to say. My mom did the rest.
I had zero.
Yeah. I just showed up.
I had zero.
I think we just showed up.
I got 2 of the most worst colors. Even to this day, I never wear green and pink for my wedding and royal blue for my walima, and I don't know who picked them up. I would never wear those colors. Till this day, I never wear those colors. Yeah,
mine was blue, turquoise blue. It was beautiful. I still love my outfit. I think that was the only thing that I loved about my wedding was my outfit.
You didn't enjoy the food? Do you remember the food?
I don't remember eating. I was the last person to get the food. Nobody gave me food. Okay. So.
I went out and I got this big nose pin put in my nose just 2 months before my wedding, and I remember I had this huge ring. Do you remember?
I do.
In the 80s and 90s, we used to wear the big
nut.
Big nut. And so I remember my sister-in-law telling me to lift the nut, and she gave me food. But that was after she discovered that nobody had fed me.
Yeah. Oh no, I actually ate after the wedding when I finally got food. Somebody said that somebody should give her food too.
What is one thing that you specifically remember about your wedding day?
That there was too many people that I didn't know.
Oh wow. So the one thing I specifically remember about my wedding day was my mother-in-law telling me, make sure you keep your eyes on the floor.
Oh yeah, that was, all the aunties there were like, don't you dare pick your head up. Don't you dare. And I'm like, what am I going to pick out? A new husband?
He's already here. Yeah. So I remember her telling me, don't look up. Make sure you keep your eyes down and don't look too happy.
And now?
And then you know what happened? One auntie comes by, she picks up my dupatta and she says, "La, boti to sadi hui hai."
Oh,
that's a real story.
Are you serious?
I never. 37 years
Shazia. Auntie nu click kita?
I don't know. Kedi wo auntie sigi. I swear to God, mere hath hun chad jave na.
There was aunties just coming to check to see, make sure my head was down. They kept checking to make sure it was down, So, but yeah. So are you going to tell me the answer to this?
Okay, I'll tell you. The answer to what do you call a cousin in Urdu and Punjabi is, drum roll, called Miyan Bibi. Husband, wife. Anyway, that's from me. Bye.
Bye, audience.